My name is Daniel Cueller. I'm with the ARAPL. I'm the Vice President of Sales. So we also look at the acronyms. Thank you. Affordable Robotics. So today we're going to talk to you a little bit about big arrow? Big green one. There you go. The future of autonomous robotics. So we manufacture, we install, and we support advanced robotics and some of the more advanced automation you might find in many spaces today. So it could be anywhere from logistics, it could be manufacturing, but we were started in India, so most of our manufacturing is in India. But we're really unique in the space in that we're a very strong software company. So the ability to develop our own software is part of that secret. So today we're going to do a 15-minute drill on where we're at in robotics and what the future holds. But what we're going to say is much like you'll learn today, well, the future is here. So at Affordable Robotics, we've introduced the autonomous vehicle, but it's that generative AI that's making it possible for it to plan, adapt, and switch and make its own decisions. So I think one of our first speakers talked about being able to sense and then make decisions and adapt. So I explained it to my wife this way. It's like Waze. We've got 75 of these robots throughout the warehouse, and it's the ability to sense, redirect, and make new decisions, even to the point where if you need to hand off a task from one robot to the other because the battery's running low and needs to go get a charge, or it's got more tasks than it can compete. So again, the true autonomy is finally here. So today, the 15-minute drill, and I lost 1 minute because of the clicker. But in 14 minutes, we're going to talk about what does the new autonomy look like, what is smart automation, challenges and opportunities, and what's new in autonomy. And again, we're going to do it in 14 minutes here. If you could hit the play button for me. All right. So this is an example of one of our facilities where we use this reach to go all the way to the dock. This facility is managing returns, so they go in these gaylords, and then it's 100% autonomous. So we've had a digital floor plan, so we've mapped out the entire warehouse. Every location has a digital location. So we will go and pick up this pallet, and again, when we started with this facility, there was hundreds of employees. You imagine the challenges. This particular location couldn't get people to show up to work, or weren't really productive, weren't consistent, and we were getting a lot of errors. So the ability to pick up the pallet where we wanted to pick up, so we get the right pallet at the right time, and then put it away in the right location, and then pulling orders, being able to pull the right orders in the right time. So previously, they would have to stage orders the night before to guarantee that the orders were ready for that driver. With our forecasting and ability to plan ahead and give them consistent productivities, the robots can pull the orders within minutes, and they can work together. Again, autonomously working together. Hey, we have a task, we got to pull these 26 pallets, who can do it? Again, the robots are all talking to each other, and it's our generative AI and our software that's driving this intelligence. So you will see some humans that are still in this warehouse, not a lot. But they do work well with other humans. They'll slow down, they'll caution, and they'll stop. They also work really well with other material handling. So if there's other material handling, they work well with them. So I like to think if you've seen that scrubber that's running around Sam's Club, works well with Sam's customers, we work the same well. If you go to any one of our facilities, you'll find that each one of these is flawless. There's not a scratch on any of our forklifts. That's because they don't run into other racking, they don't damage product, they don't have accidents. So I think when we talk to our customers about the benefits, we like to start with safety. Hey, well, how would you like to have a safe environment with 0 accidents for 2025? Hey, pretty good deal. But when we go to places we've been all over the place, but Nashville, where it's really tough to get people to show up to work, or because many companies that have entered the logistics space are now paying $25, $30, $40 an hour, are driving what used to be a very slim margin for 3PL. So the 3PL was just barely making it at I remember 15 bucks an hour. Now you're having to pay 25, 30 bucks an hour. So this makes a lot more sense. What if we give you a robot that shows up on time, works without breaks, doesn't take lunch, can charge in a matter of minutes versus hours, runs on a clean lithium battery, doesn't make mistakes, doesn't sue you either. So again, there's all sorts of applications. For the sake of time today, we're going to limit to just loading trucks, unloading trucks, pulling orders, staging, moving A to B. So at a minimum, the most simple task that we could ask is loading and unloading trucks, and it's all done autonomously. There's no human there. Same thing with moving A to B. It just makes more sense if you have a large warehouse. Why not move from A to B? Again, it's that cutting edge LiDAR, the sensors that we use, the vision, the navigation, the fleet management, and the secret sauce. Somebody talked about failure rates earlier from Oracle. That's 78% failure. Well, I've been doing this for 25 years, and I've worked for the largest automation companies on the planet. And I've worked for Walmart and UPS trying to integrate some of these systems. And that 78% is driven by that software. It's going to be the software failure. So I think we cracked the code there. We have the secret sauce for the navigation, the fleet management system, the best path, and then all safety. So again, cool videos. You can look more on our website if you'd like. But, all right, so it's 6 core capabilities that we're looking at. So again, sensing, perception, the 3D vision that we use, the navigation, and the AI, all for sensing so that we know our environment, we have everything mapped out, and we have great navigation and vision that's driving it. The autonomous reasoning, ability to plan, replan, adjust, switch over tasks, all of the robots running the warehouse. No humans. Motion control, safety, again, creating a best path. So if one of our robot knows or senses that there's traffic or congestion in one of the areas, able to redirect the rest of the fleet and say, hey guys, I think we need to work on this area, or can I get some help? Again, robots running the warehouse. The navigation, again, the SLAM, the accuracy, the reliability. One of the big issues we look at is the inaccuracy of the inventory in the warehouses. Again, humans putting stuff in the wrong place or just getting the wrong product. Hey, it's a tough environment. So the robots know where they're at, they know what they're picking up, they know where they're dropping off. So we're getting these digital scans throughout the warehouse and gathering data and more data. So, and then the generative AI, the ability to sense, react, plan, and replan. All of it done by the robots. And then the last piece of that is the task management. Being able to manage tasks in a busy environment. We got these orders coming, this driver's late, we need this truck. All of these different factors that make it difficult to run that operation or manufacturing. So again, being able to retask, and again, it goes back to that software. So what's driving this? I think we touched on this earlier, but accidents are becoming to be even more expensive in 2025 than ever before. So I don't know about you, but every time I turn on the news, every other ad is for an accident attorney. So accidents are becoming challenging. The litigation for breaks is becoming challenging. The litigation for lunches, vacations. It seems like the 3PL, they're experiencing even more of this litigation. Robots don't like to sue people, so we like those guys. Labor challenges, getting people to show up to work and get to that productivity standard. More and more, I know my family, they expect everything same day. So if you want something same day, sometimes maybe those humans aren't going to be your best option, but being able to have predictive labor, being able to add more robots to an operation or robots working for the most important task and prioritizing what needs to get done during that immediate decision. And then, again, e-commerce, the growth of these larger warehouses, bigger spaces, a lot of driving spaces. It would make more sense to have one of these robots driving A to B than a human driving A to B. And when we first go into an operation to evaluate and create some sort of engineering study, we look at who's driving in these million-square-foot warehouses. If you're sitting in a forklift and you're going from this side of the warehouse to the other side of the warehouse, well, it's almost a no-brainer. And we say, look, why don't we just take the simple tasks off your plate for the first week, and we take all of the A to B moves, and then you could repurpose those people, which often happens. You'll find that a place with 500 employees is struggling to put people in the right place. But what do we take 30, 40 of these tasks, we give them to a robot, and then you can repurpose those employees. So it's one of those things. Then the last thing is the electrification of industrial equipment. So some of the operations here in California, we're transforming the propane tanked forklifts into our lithium clean-powered energy. So our batteries can run longer, they charge faster, environmentally friendly, and it makes a lot of sense to pull all the propane tanks out of these warehouses and run with smarter, more efficient robots. A couple challenges and opportunities, just what's going on in the industry. It's the high initial cost. So there's a cost involved in installing these guided AGVs. The upfront investments are usually high. So number 4 is where we kind of fit in. We have leasing models, rental models, and we have a very low cost entry point. So our affordable robotics is where we play. So with a very little down payment or no down payment, we go in, we give them cutting edge software, cutting edge technology, great tools to get going. And the last system that we installed, we were up and running in 3 weeks. So if you go buy a larger automated system for $12 million, which is not unusual, well, might get running in 1.5 years, 2 years, and that's a tough pill to swallow. Hey, come back and see me in 2 years. And if we go back to our 78% failure rate, it's even a tougher pill to swallow. Hey, it's going to be $12 million. It's going to take 2 years, and you got a 15% chance it's going to work. Man, it's a tough sell. So we have a different pitch. What do we give you? A low, no money down payment. We prove the concept before you even buy it, and it's up and running in 3 weeks, and your ROI is in 6 months. Hey, it's a no-brainer. And if you want to do the rent model, we've got a model for you. And if peak rolls around and you need to staff up, give us a call. We'll be there to help you. And it's all done by one company, us. So we manufacture it, we install it, we support it. We answer the phone when you call, and we go out and fix your robots if you have anything. There's no middleman, there's no integrator, there's no party. Hey, here's our CEO. You have a problem with me, call him. But we try to make it simple. We try to make it affordable. We take all the mystery out of robotics automation, and we tell you the future is here. I tried rolling this out 20 years ago when I worked for Swisslog. Well, I've only got 15 minutes to tell you nightmare stories, but today it's real. I see it every day. We've got hundreds of videos. I'm in a warehouse every single week where we've had successful implementations, and we can integrate with Oracle. So again, all there. So last slide is what's new. So the lithium battery is a game changer. If you could have a lithium battery in your phone that can go 24 hours, well, think of our robot where it goes and charges when it needs it. It manages its own battery when it needs to charge. It'll just go bump up against the charger. So no plugging, unplugging, no more acid batteries, no more acid wash stations. It's clean, good power, seal battery, and ours come with an 8-year warranty. So typical battery just keeps on running. Again, it's a game changer in the industry because think of how much time is wasted charging a battery or downtime or the expense of these batteries. So autonomous forklifts, again, with that obstacle detection, it's something that's been around for years, but we think that we cracked the code on that. It's really safe, it's slowed down, it stops, and works with just about everybody. The hydrogen cell is something, again, we're working on. It's something rapid refueling, and customers that have very large fleets and need to run those 24/7 with no downtime, that's the future of our forklifts. We see it coming really quickly. And then the unique analytics platform that allows, again, real data captured, the downtime reduction, everything from maintenance planning to task planning, all of it is there. It goes back to that software. So again, all of these things coming together. This is just some of the fleet that we offer in our forklift line. We do some other things, order picking, each picking, but the focus for 2025 is providing people with reliable, clean energy at an affordable price. And if it's not up and running in 3 weeks, then I'll give you the number to the implementation and CO guy back there. Now, but we have a high confidence in our equipment. We are in that 25% success side. So we haven't played anywhere near that 78% failure, and I've been in that 78% pace. It's a tough speech, and if you go to the larger shows like Modex, well, I can walk you down the aisles and tell you that's in the 78%, that's in the 78%, that's the, and there's really a small group of automation companies that are playing in that space that you come running, we deliver, and it actually runs because we try to keep it simple. It's not complicated. I'll tell you, my 10-year-old presented to what does Dad do? So she was going to start off with, my dad sells and makes robots. So that's too complicated. Let's make it simple. So I dumbed it down for her. And I think really what we're trying to do for all our customers is make it very simple. Within a 1-hour conversation, we know what you need, how many you need. We give you a commitment date, and we're live, and we're delivering an ROI within a matter of months. So thanks for your time. I left a couple of brochures here if you have any questions. If not, I'll be in the lunchroom if you have any questions. Thanks for your time.